बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वाहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली अल्लाहुम्मा रब्बना आतिना फ़िद दुनिया हसनतन व फ़िल आख़िरति हसनतन व क़िना अज़ाबन नार रब्बि ज़िदनी इल्मा. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you'll be feeling well today, and you will be working on all those plans and goals which you have made and you have set for yourself. Life is an opportunity, and the present moment is in our control, and we can utilize the present moment. So now whatever use we want to make of it, we can do that, and whatever activity we want to perform in the present moment, so we can do it. So therefore we must choose the best activities, the activities which are beneficial for us. As you know that when we want to communicate effectively, beautifully, and we want to speak well, we want to write well, we want to express ourselves well, so we need vocabulary. Vocabulary is important for that. And it is said about vocabulary that the few activities are as delightful as learning new vocabulary. So learning new words, building vocabulary, working on our vocabulary building, it is a delightful activity. When you learn a new word, you become very happy, and then you want to learn more words, and when you learn more words, you become more happy. So this is a delightful activity, and therefore everybody try to learn a lot of words, and we don't get tired when we learn new words, and we become very happy when we learn a new word. When we come to know about a new word, that this word is used for that, or the meaning of this word is that, and we can use it in that context, so we become very happy. So this is the beauty of building our vocabulary. This is the beauty of learning new words, and it is a delightful activity. It gives us energy, it makes us happy. It also has a lot of importance, because without vocabulary, strong vocabulary, we cannot talk properly, we cannot write properly, we cannot understand. If somebody talks, we cannot understand or comprehend somebody properly. Even we cannot read properly. So it has a lot of importance, and it affects all the skills positively. So therefore it is an important activity. It is called a proficiency area, and we must work on it if you want to feel confident and if you want to be more confident. And our vocabulary level, and also shows us the depth of our language. If we have strong vocabulary, so it shows the depth of our language, and how strong command we have over any language. Someone has said that vocabulary enables us to interpret and express ourselves. And your vocabulary also show, if you have a limited vocabulary, so it means that you have limited vision and you have limited future as well. So it shows us the importance of vocabulary, that if you have limited vocabulary, then you have limited vision. You are not that much intelligent. If you have strong vocabulary, it means that you have broader vision, you are more intelligent, you are more mature. Limited life, limited future. If you want to have unlimited future, a bright future, a great future, then vocabulary plays a big part in that. So therefore, after listening to, or after knowing these quotations, it teaches us the importance of vocabulary building, and therefore if you want to be more intelligent, and if you want to be more mature, and if you want to write and read properly, then we must work on our vocabulary. And when we will work on our vocabulary, as it is a delightful activity, it is not a boring thing. Learning new words is not a boring thing, it is a delightful activity, we enjoy it. So therefore we must work on our vocabulary building. Now, after learning about the importance of vocabulary building and how can we build our vocabulary, the question is, if we don't have good vocabulary or strong vocabulary, so how we should build it or how we can build it? If it is so much important, then what are the tips or what are the methods when we apply that so we can develop our vocabulary? So I would like to share a few tips with you, few important tips with you. If you learn these tips and then you apply it, so hope that it will become very easy for you to start building your vocabulary. So tip number 1 is read more, read a lot, and read from diverse sources. So reading is the most important activity for developing vocabulary. So we must develop the habit of reading. So those people who have the habit of reading and they read a lot of books, and they don't read only books, but they also read magazines, they also read newspaper, they also read novels, they read poetry, they read dramas, they read blogs. So those kind of people, they have strong vocabulary. So reading is the most important activity or the most important tip, and when you start reading, so slowly and gradually you will develop vocabulary. Reading not only develop our vocabulary, it also enhance our comprehension skill. We also start comprehending and understanding things more deeply, more easily. So reading has a lot of benefits. The second important tip for developing vocabulary is try to learn new word on daily basis. We should try to learn new word on daily basis. The next important tip is whatever new words we learn, we must try to use that in our speaking, in our writing. Whatever new word you learn on daily basis, you must try to understand, you must try to use it in your speaking, in your writing. So this is how you will revise it. You will revise the vocabulary, the words, and you will remember it as well for a long time. And you will be able to apply it in your speaking and your writing. So using of the word, using of the new words is important. We should make list of the words on daily basis. When we read and we come across new words, so we should make list of that. We should have a page and a pen and we should write. For example, I am reading a passage. I am reading a page, I am reading a passage, I am reading a story, and I come across some words which are unknown to me or which are difficult for me. So I should not skip those words. I should write those words on a page. So now I made a list, and then I should consult a dictionary for that. I should look up those words in the dictionary, and I should write English words or English meaning or Urdu meaning of those words. It is better to write English meaning, 1, 2 meaning. For example, you have made a list of 10 words. Now you should write in front of each word, you should write 2, 3 English meaning of that word. So you made your own list, and when you develop this habit and you practice it on daily basis, so slowly and gradually you will start developing your vocabulary. Even if you learn 4, 5 words, for example, let's suppose you learn 5 words in a day. So in a month you learn 150 words. In 2 months you learn 300 words. And you also use these words in your speaking and your writing. So now imagine that how you are building your vocabulary, how strong your vocabulary will become after a couple of months, and how strong your writing and speaking skill will become as well when you practice these things. So these are very important tips, and if you follow it, we have followed these steps when we were working on our vocabulary, especially when I was working on my vocabulary building. So I follow all these. What tips I am sharing with you right now, these are critical tips. I used to make a list and I used to consult dictionary for that, and I used to write 3-4 English meaning of those words. So when you have alternative words for one word, 2, 3, so you will never be lacking in words or vocabulary, and you will be able to express yourself about anything and everything. Choose specific words and try to learn better words, and try to learn words in the context. Using words in the context, that is important. For example, a single word can be used in 4 or 5 different contexts. So try to learn a word in the context, that what kind of word I use in a particular context. So context, if you learn that, so then you will be able to make correct use of your speaking and your writing, and you will be able to speak correctly, accurately, and you will be able to write beautifully, correctly, because you will know the exact words for exact context. The best thing for it is reading newspaper, because in newspaper there are stories about daily life, whatever has been happening in the world, whatever has been happening in our country, whatever has been happening in our province or district or locality. So those stories have been posted, and we already know about that. So when we read those stories, we already know about those stories. We have already heard about those stories. We know about that. So then, but we know about that in Pashto. So there are proper English words for that. They have used proper English words, contextual words. They have contextual meaning. So when we read that story in the context, and we read those words, those stories, so we don't forget that, we remember it then, and we can also make those kind of expressions later on. We can also apply that language for our own expressions when we want to talk about the same thing. So we can make use of those words. So as I told you, that whatever new word you learn, you must apply that. You must apply that word. You must use it. So this is how you will be able to strengthen your vocabulary, build your vocabulary. The next important tip is keep a word journal. Keep a word journal or vocabulary journal. Now, what is vocabulary journal? Journal can be a diary, or it can be in the form of a diary, it can be in the form of a notebook. So just have a notebook in which you write vocabulary, you write words. You learn new words on a daily basis, and you write all those words in your notebook. So this is called vocabulary journal or vocabulary word. So this is also important, because this is all about habit formation. So you think that vocabulary is important, and you also work for building your vocabulary, and you have already made an arrangement for that. You have arranged a notebook for yourself, and you have written over that vocabulary journal, and you write daily some words in that. So, and you also revisit those words again and again. So this is how you remember those words, and then you can use these words in your speaking and your writing. So keeping vocabulary journal is important tip, and it also helps us to develop a vocabulary. The next important tip is play word game. There are different word games, and when you play those games, you will make new words. You will learn about new words. So this is how you will develop your vocabulary. So play word games. Use dictionary or thesaurus. Do you know about this? Thesaurus is also a kind of dictionary, and there are synonyms and antonyms, and these words are there. So this is the use. If you don't have, so it's available online. You can download it in your mobile. And that is the best thing. Thesaurus dictionary. It's also a kind of dictionary, but it is more useful for developing vocabulary. Thesaurus. Electronic dictionaries are available online, so you can download that and you can make use of that for your developing vocabulary. So we can develop a vocabulary from when we practice English, when we speak English, when we listen to English, when we use English material, English resources, in whatever form. We have it in videos form, in newspaper form, in books. So when we make use of those videos, for example, I have some video lectures and I watch it again and again. So and I will find some new words in that. So this is, I can also learn from those people who have made those lectures. When I read books, so I can also learn new words from books. When I read newspaper, I can also learn new words from newspaper. When I practice English, when I speak with somebody, so I also use new words. So practice is the key. But the thing is, we should be aware of the importance of vocabulary, and we should be interested in developing it as well. So when we are aware of the importance of it, and when we are interested in it, and we try to build our vocabulary, and we whatever sources are available to, we should arrange different sources, and then we must utilize all those sources. So this is how in a very short time we will develop our vocabulary. But as we know that we need a habit for everything. If we want to improve in any area of our life, then we must develop habit for that. Just like for speaking, we should develop habit. We should speak regularly. We should practice speaking regularly. As for writing, developing a writing skill, we need habit formation. We need to write regularly for some part of the day. And for reading, the same is true about reading as well. We should develop reading habit. So the same is true about vocabulary building habit. We should develop a habit for building vocabulary. We must try to learn new words on daily basis, and we must try to use those words in our conversation, in our writing on daily basis. So we should make our habit. So once we make a habit for something, then it becomes quite easy for us. And as I told you people that learning vocabulary is delightful, there are few activities which are as delightful as building vocabulary. So it is an interesting activity, it is useful activity, and it makes us happy. Vocabulary building is all about using words. Vocabulary building is all about using words and learning words and using words. Learning words and using words. This is vocabulary building. So now, if you want to improve your vocabulary, then you must do two things. First, learn a word, and then use a word. So this is how slowly and gradually you will develop your vocabulary. And it is a lifelong process, because there are 10,000 of words in every language. So we cannot cover all the words in a day, or in a month, in a year. We cannot cover all the words of a language, but at least we should at least know important words, and we should develop our vocabulary to such an extent that we may not find it difficult to speak about something or to write about something. So when we feel confident and we can write confidently about something, we can speak confidently about something, so that means that we have developed our vocabulary. When we have the confidence to talk about something or write about something, so that means that we have a strong vocabulary, and now we are confident about it. And we can develop that confidence when we practice it on daily basis. And slowly and gradually, just one or two words, learning one or two new words on daily basis, and making use of those words are also enough. And after 2-3 months, you would have learned a lot of words. Hope you find the topic interesting and useful for yourself. Today we discuss about what is the importance of vocabulary building and how can we develop our vocabulary. I also share few quotations with you about the importance of vocabulary building, and I also share few tips with you people that how can we develop our vocabulary. And now, what if you find more useful, and you think that what if you have personally applied and you have found that useful for yourself. So you will give me, and from your feedback I will come to know about that what tip did you like, and how did you find the topic today, and how do you improve your own vocabulary, and what do you think about the importance of vocabulary. So if you give me your feedback one by one, and you highlight one or the 2 points, so it will add